Okay, so this is the Exness trading platform. I've been using this for probably the last 4 or 5 months at this point. So I'll walk through essentially how it feels to use and what you need to know before signing up, because there are some things that I found fantastic about Exness, and there's some things that other platforms definitely do better. So for different traders, there's definitely going to be different reasons for whether you want to use Exness or whether you want to use a different platform entirely. And I'm going to break down the pros and cons and there's things that I have found with this. So hopefully this is going to help you make a more informed decision. Now, the first thing to mention is, of course, this is not my main account, so I won't be able to place like any live trades in this and other things like that. I won't be going ahead and completing my profile. It's simply because I am not risking my account. I'm not risking getting it doxed to make a YouTube video. I'm just not going to apologize for that. Now, in terms of what Exness actually is, first of all, Exness is a broker. It's not just charts. So if we come over here, we actually have two different ways of the terminal, and I'll explain that a little bit more later. But we have the main Exness terminal, which is like this online trading kind of platform right here. And then if we go over here to trade, we also have the ability to use MetaTrader 5 as well. Most people, especially traders nowadays, will probably go for the Exness Online, which is the main trading terminal. Yeah, MT5 is a strange one. It's really, really strange. I'll go ahead and pull this up. This is not something that I use, but it does a lot of different things that Exness doesn't. And I'll explain more about these in a second. But anyway, to prevent myself from getting a little bit sidetracked, this is a broker. This isn't just charts. So you can come in here. You can, of course, chart on this platform. This is essentially, or this isn't essentially, this is TradingView. If you've ever used TradingView before, which probably you have because it's very, very popular, this is TradingView. So you can go up and put your TradingView indicators on right here. You can draw on the chart just like you can on TradingView as well. One thing I will say about this is the layout of this screen and the way that it's put together, in terms of we have this panel at the side, we have this area where you can go ahead and search for the different instruments that you want to use. We have this open and closed position down here at the bottom. I often find myself pretty much never using this charting platform right here. I'll open another tab, I'll go over to TradingView, have it full screen, have it nice and big, and then I'll just command and tab between the two tabs. I'll go back and forth. So that is something to keep in mind. It's not the biggest, and I would say it's definitely not the best charting platform. So if you like to chart inside of the browser, if you like to be able to chart and then make your positions and see your positions, this is probably not ideal. There's a little bit too much going on there for that. I don't mind too much. Like, as I say, I will just pull up TradingView. I can do Command and 1-2 and just get back and forth between the tabs really quickly. And it gives me more space to see like my open positions, give me the space to pull this out a little bit more, and then make my trades right here. But this is completely optional. As I said, I'm just going to give my take on this, tell you what is good, what is bad, and what I'm seeing here. So this is essentially where you go in and you make your trades. You can come in and change how this form actually looks. So we have a few different layouts, which maybe actually could make this a little bit better for you if you have a specific type of form or a specific buying style that you like. So we can go to the one-click form right here, and we can just buy and sell with one click. We can do the same thing with this risk calculator form right here, where you get a risk calculator. So a few different options there in terms of this. Now, what we can do is if we just go back to the main personal area right here. So one part of Exness is the brokerage. This is where you can come in and you can make your trades. The second part is, of course, the main dashboards or the main trading dashboards that are separate from Exness. So this is your MT5. Now, I said earlier that I would explain where MT5 is a little bit better, especially for some people, is the fact that with something like MT5, you can pull up multiple graphs at the same time. So, like this example right here, you have, in this example, I think he's got different currencies up. Yeah, so this guy's got different currencies up in this example. But what you could alternatively do, what I would probably do if I was to use MetaTrader, is have like different time frames up. So maybe you would have like the hourly here, the 5 minute here, the 1 minute here, so on and so forth. But it's personal preference. Like you can't put 5 things on the screen at the same time inside of the web app right here. So that's just another option. But it's something that I would never use. Like I'm 25 years old. I think if you use MetaTrader, you probably started trading like a long, long time ago, right? So just coming back over here, that's pretty much what we have access to in the platform right here. Aside from that, aside from like the brokerage, of course, we can come down here, we can take a look at your performance, which depending on how you did can be either really, really good to look at, or it can be like some of the most depressing things that you've ever seen in your life. But you can see your performance here. We can see the history of orders, all of the orders open and closed that we've made. We can go down here. Of course, if you've actually signed up and completed your profile, you can come in here and you can make deposits through Ethereum, bank card, all of these different things. From my perspective on here, the things that I have used is bank card. I've used this, of course, and Ethereum. These are the only 2 things I've ever used. Bank card, the only limitation with bank card is that it has a 10K limit on. That can sometimes be a little bit annoying. Ethereum opens that up. That's why I've used these 2. Any of these other ones, I can't give you any example of. I can't tell you if they are good or bad because I just haven't used them. But if they were bad, I'm pretty sure I would have heard about it. I wouldn't be scared to use any of these. We can then come down here to the withdrawal area and we can see very, very similar things. The only thing that you can't withdraw to is like a straight bank card. I think you can do this through Skrill, but I've never used it. What I often usually do is I just withdraw in cryptocurrency because it just makes things a lot easier. With Skrill and Nutella, once again, they have like limiting factors on, so that's why I don't use that. But down here, all of these different cryptocurrencies, you just put in your wallet address if you would like to get cryptocurrency out, completely up to you. Then this is the crypto wallet as well. So what you can do is you can move cryptocurrency around. The only time I ever really do this, because I don't trade cryptocurrency too often, is if I, for example, have a bunch of Bitcoin and I want to withdraw Ethereum. You can just move these between these wallets super easy. Transaction history, we have analyst views. Do not use these. These are just absolutely terrible. If you want to lose money, use these. They're fantastic at losing you money. They're just, yeah, just use the, don't use these. They're really, really bad just looking at these. I can see why traders lose a lot of money. Then we can go down to the market news. This is actually quite helpful. I wouldn't use it every day. Sometimes I will check this. But I would just use Bloomberg over this. Maybe if you don't have access to Bloomberg, this could be something. But yeah, it's not the best. It's okay. It's maybe helpful to be there. It's not something that I would say this is a feature of why you should get Exness. Now, in terms of who this platform is for, if you want a clear platform that is easy to use and is straightforward, as I don't really want to spend a bunch of time learning a platform, Exness is fantastic. Also, as well, a really good reason that you could potentially use Exness is for demo trading. So we can go to my accounts, we can flick this over to demo, and what you can actually do is trade with like fake money. So I can come in here. Of course, this money is like not real at all. This is demo. I can actually set the balance. So we could say like, we have $1 million. Let's actually set this to like $10 million. If I'm ever sad, sometimes I will do this. But we can set this to like $10 million. And then we can just go and trade with this. Like we can click on trade right here. We can go to Exness and we can trade like infinite leverage. So you can either just practice with this, which is probably the sensible thing to do. Or sometimes what I will do is I will just blast like $10 million on 200x leverage because why not? It's just fun, right? So that is a reason that you could use this as well. Also, the fees are pretty good on Exness. They aren't fantastic. Like, fantastic would be free. Exness isn't free by any stretch of the imagination. But they are good. They are good. For a trading platform, the fees are good. It's probably one of the main reasons that I use them at this point. If a platform has solid fees and like is okay to use, like I will use it. The main thing that I'm looking for in a platform is how much money is it going to rob from me every time I make a trade. So I'll show you the fees with Exness. If we just go over here to open an account, we basically have standard accounts right here and professional accounts. I don't know why Pro is considered a professional account because there's no commission right here. So essentially on all of these accounts, there's no commission. You might be asking, well, how does Exness make money? The way that they make money is on the spread. So there is still a fee there. And that fee is actually why these professional accounts exist. So you might be looking at this and thinking, well, if these have no commission, if these have no fee, why would somebody opt to choose this account where you're going to be paying up to $3.50 per lot side? So $3.50 when you buy, $3.50 when you sell. That's $7. What can actually happen, or what will happen when you get above a certain amount of trade volume? I'd probably say above 20 to 30 lots per month, you would probably start to look at professional accounts, especially this one. It actually works out cheaper because the spread that they are taking on these, if you're making big trades or if you're making trades, frequently doesn't really work because you're getting charged per side. But if you're making big trades, which is the main thing, this actually turns out a lot cheaper, because you're getting charged only $7 per trade that you make, whereas this can go up to a lot. Now, as a beginner, always start on the standard accounts. Otherwise, you're just going to lose all of your money to fees, because this is just ridiculous if you're a beginner. But like when you start being profitable with trading, when your account grows, and when you're making bigger trades and trading more lots per month, as I say, around 20 to 30, I would potentially start looking at a professional account. Not financial advice. I just like professional accounts, I guess. Okay, so who this probably isn't for is somebody who wants everything in one interface. I've seen a lot of people who think that Exness is an all-in-one interface. It isn't. An all-in-one interface is something like MT5, but not as 1990s looking as MT5, and it also has other functionality. Like you can see your accounts. You can transfer money between accounts whilst you are in this area. Basically, you can do everything that you can inside of Exness right here, but it's all on one screen. So if you imagine we take like the personal area and we put it into this, that's what an all-in-one interface would be. This isn't Exness. If you do want an all-in-one interface, don't use this. Use an all-in-one interface. As well, I kind of mentioned this before, charting kind of sucks on this. It's really not bad, especially like for technical analysis. It's really not good for technical analysis. If you're doing any other type of trading, you can maybe get away with it. But as I said, the workaround that I have for this is I just use Auto Trader. If I was forced to use this and Auto Trader wasn't a thing, then hell no, I just wouldn't use this platform at all. And also as well, if you know exactly what broker feature you're looking for and Exness doesn't have it, then you'll be pretty stupid to use Exness. So just use whatever broker has that feature. If it has a little bit more fees, cool. If it has less fees, even better, right? I'm just looking at my notes here that I made for this. Account types we've been through. We've been through how the fees work. Demo and real account we've been through as well. Yeah, this is a really sloppy video, but hey ho, at least you know that I'm not faking it through a big setup. Dashboard walkthrough. Kind of been through this. Trading flow. Okay, cool. Now, just the things that work well for me is the trading structure is really cool. The dashboard doesn't get in the way. Like, that's another thing. I can just pop in here. I can pop into the Exness terminal, and it's really handy. Some things that I don't love is the terminal, as I've mentioned before. Some settings aren't obvious. This is a pain. yeah, just some things that I can't even think off the top of my head, but just some things that you would think are obvious for a trading platform. Um, it just doesn't tend to be obvious in Exness for some reason. And you have to get on the live chat down here. That's a point that I didn't even have written down. The Exness live chat is fantastic. They start off with a like this AI chatbot where you can get through to a person pretty quickly. Um, yeah, that's pretty much it. I guess if you have enjoyed this video, support the channel. I guess I'll put an affiliate link down in the description. If you did find this valuable, and you do want to support the channel, you can use that when signing up to Exness. And yeah, maybe shoot me an email if you signed up under my link, and maybe we can sort something out. But yeah, that's basically it. That's my review. And yeah, apparently I'm the worst YouTuber ever.